Well, that's a great question. I tell the athletes, and it's a great focus. I tell the athletes that I coach, the only bad race is one where you don't learn something from it. Doesn't matter if you set a personal best, if you won your age group, whatever it is. If you didn't learn something from it, that was a bad race. And if your result was less than you had hoped for, it can still be a really good race, a valuable race if you learn something from it. And the challenge is that you rarely learn the lesson from it in the moment that it's happening or right afterwards, because you have this real emotional attachment to whatever happened. So, athletically speaking, if you have a really good race, you're so excited that you want to just go do another one right away because you're so fit and you feel so good. And so, that's making a decision that's unclear because you're in this emotional high. If you have a race where you're super disappointed, you might have the same response, like, that was terrible. I was so fit and I had just the worst race ever. I want to go do another race right away so that I can prove to myself that I'm better than that race showed. That also is not a clear decision. Neither of them have you learned the lesson yet of what that race really had to offer you, what that experience had to offer you, what that journey to get there was trying to teach you. And so the lessons, the extraction, is something that comes over time. It might come a few weeks after something. It might come a year later. It might be 10 years before you extract the real valuable lessons from an experience. And so it's more like just sort of kind of reflect on your life. It's easy to look at the immediate situation, what's going on, and trying to figure that out, and not really thinking back on what you've done or how you did it. But think of it from this perspective. Everybody that is listening to this has had many challenges in their life. All of you out there listening, you've had challenges in your life. You have made it through every single one of those challenges. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? And nobody will ultimately know how difficult it was for you to overcome all of those challenges. That's something that, if you think about what you went through, what you've gone through, how you made it through some of those moments, and who you are today compared to that person that entered into a challenge, you'll see that you've changed, that you've transformed. And if you reflect back on how did I do that? What was the key for me? What did I learn from it? You will learn, and it's not a big process. It's just sort of, and for me, I have like these real benchmark moments. Ironman races, right? And I raced the Ironman in Hawaii 12 times. So I have 12 benchmark situations in my life that were all very unique and each one very challenging. And so over time, I've been able to just sort of think back. Let's see, that one race where I lost, I really ended up walking many miles of a marathon. What did I get from it? I didn't get the result I wanted, but what did I get from it? Oh, you know what I got from it? I learned, no matter how bad I feel, that I can still get 100% out of a 20% situation, let's say. That's valuable. Because then if I'm in another moment in my life where there's a challenge and I'm not 100%, but I'm 70%, that's a piece of cake. Had I not had that other challenge, I wouldn't have learned how to keep going in a tough moment. And so it's simply just sort of reflecting back on your life from time to time. Asking yourself, how did I make it through? What? And I have to remind myself this a lot. When I'm in a really difficult situation, a difficult period of my life, whether it's a moment, a week, a month, a year, I have to keep reminded, when you're in those hard things, you just want to get to the other side of it, right? You want it to be over. You want it to be resolved, whatever it is. But I keep reminding myself when I'm in the middle of those things, don't just try to get to the other side of this. If you do, you will have wasted that difficult journey that you were just in. Be patient in it. What am I learning here? How am I keeping going? How am I redefining my purpose? How am I giving 100% even though this looks impossible? And so when you're in those difficult times, difficult race, difficult period in life, difficult relationships, try not to just think about, oh, I just want this to be over, but I just want this to be done. Then it will have been a waste of time. But if you're in the middle of it, you can go, okay, there's going to be something in this that I will learn, that I will be able to use for the rest of my life, and that's going to be valuable. And life tends to give us what seems to be more than we can handle a lot of times, but ultimately we do handle it. Like I said, every single person listening has had challenges, and you've made it to the other side of every single one of those, even if you felt like in them, there's no way you were going to be able to handle that. What did I get from it? What did I learn from it? And it doesn't have to be anything complicated. It might just be that, hey, I can just do hard things. I can do hard things. Simple.